Someone watching the changing numbers very closely is the Democratic candidate for Agriculture Commissioner, Nikki. She went from trailing to leading today, and we have her now live. So welcome. Thank you for making the time for us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Very busy time for you. So the Florida Democratic Party is declaring victory for you now, but when you were behind, they weren't conceding defeat. What's changed? Why are the numbers different now for them?
You know, we have been since Tuesday wanting to see how the process works and making sure that we are behind the process, making sure that votes are counted. And so we always felt that as the votes got counted, that we would be ahead as we are tonight. And so that's the difference between Tuesday and Thursday.
All right, we have a statement that just came in from your opponent, Republican Matt Caldwell. I want to read it and get your reaction. This is what Matt Caldwell says. We have watched Brenda Snipes and the Broward Supervisor of Elections demonstrate gross incompetence and potential corruption election cycle after election cycle. Over the past 2 days, Snipes' office has refused to give either an accurate count of outstanding ballots or where they came from, all while the Democratic candidates continue to pick up thousands of new votes. Mrs. Snipes' office has a record of incompetence and illegal behavior, end quote. That's a pretty strong statement. What's your reaction to that?
You know, the voters are going to make this decision. This is not a process issue. This is the voters, and I do believe the voters are speaking. And at the end of this all, that I will be the clear choice.
But do you think Brenda Snipes is doing a good job? Are you surprised that at this point we still don't know what the final count is in Broward County?
Broward happens to be one of, and I'm from Broward County, it's one of the largest counties voting-wise in the entire state. There's a lot of vote turnout, a lot of excitement, and would rather that be done right and then done fast. And democracy doesn't happen overnight.
So what's this been like for you? You thought you lost initially, right? And then, or did you think the whole time that you were going to pull ahead somehow? Yeah,
we believed from Tuesday night, just seeing where the votes were coming from and where we were, that as the process was going on and more votes were counted, that we would be sitting in the position that we are today.
All right, so what is your campaign doing right now? We've heard about bring in the lawyers. Is it all about lawyers? And I want to know who's paying for all these lawyers.
So first of all, we are laser focused on this. You know, that's our priority, is getting through to Saturday, making sure that we have, you know, the voters are being heard, and that's our main progress and focus. And then once Saturday is done, then we start taking the next steps.
What about the attorneys? Are these brought in by the Democratic Party, the respective parties?
You know, it depends. You know, we have our own set of attorneys. The party has attorneys. Everybody's got attorneys, making sure that their candidates and their parties are taken care of.
A lot of lawyers.
Lots of lawyers.
A lot of lawyers coming in. Do you see these extra votes coming in from any particular part of the state? You mentioned Broward County.
Yes, so we have some more votes, I believe, coming in from Broward County, which I believe are just the provisional ballots is what we're left with, a couple of mail-ins. I believe there's also some about 10,000 or so left in Palm Beach County. I'm not quite sure where else there might be ballots coming in from.
So the ballots in Palm Beach, if you're talking about 10,000 ballots, that could be a big difference. Do you have reason to believe those are going to be votes for Nikki Fried and not Matt Caldwell?
We do, and that's based on the rest of the county and how they voted. And so we believe that we'll keep up with the same statistics and the same percentage that we were coming into this evening.
So Senator Marco Rubio is also criticizing the Broward Elections Department for counting so slowly. You just responded to him on Twitter. What did you say?
You know, the reality is that it's about the voters and making sure that their voice is being heard. And the fact that our current senator wants to call out the process is working and the voters are speaking.
And if it goes to a manual recount, it will be a slow process. Can you enlighten us on that process? How we've heard it could be weeks, maybe months. What happens during that?
Yeah, so basically everybody in every 67 counties, there are tables that are put up, and each ballot is examined by somebody from the supervisor's office, and then each of the candidates or a representative of them, and each one is personally counted and making sure that there's no discrepancies in the votes.
How does that impact you preparing possibly to take office for this post?
You know, as soon as Saturday comes and I'm declared, I'll start working on the next steps, which is making sure that I'm putting a government together.
Have you been connecting with Mr. Caldwell at all? Have you been communicating back and forth about how to kind of streamline this process, since both of you are kind of in the same boat here?
Actually, there's been no communication between him and myself.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, were you the only statewide Democrat that, if you do get to win, we don't know, would you be the only statewide Democrat? And why do you think you apparently have done better than other Democrats that ran statewide?
You know, I would be the only Democrat in the entire state, statewide candidate that wins. And I think the reason why I was able to kind of win in by different proportions is because the fact that I had a different message. I was crossing party lines, and you'll see a lot of the ballots that are going to come in for me are NPAs and Republicans, because I had a mission to change how we look at the Agriculture Commission and to make sure that it's not just deemed as just agriculture, but we are overseeing all of our energy policies, our water policies, our consumer services, our concealed weapons permitting. And so I spoke outside the box with new innovative ideas and creativity, and I believe that the voters appreciated that.
You also spoke outside the box about legalizing marijuana, did you not?
Well, my focus has always been about medical marijuana and really making sure, because I've seen firsthand in Tallahassee how so many of our patients are not getting the access that they voted for. And so I've been a huge proponent of making sure that the patients come first, that we're expanding access, and that's my first priority. Recognizing that legalization is going to come in the inevitable future, and making sure that we're doing the right steps so that we have a taxable income, that it's a change of the criminal justice system, and we have an opportunity for our farmers to actually grow different crops.
Okay, Nikki Fried.
Thank you very much for being here, and I'm sure we'll check back in with you again soon.
Thank you for having me tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.